Hey everybody, Jeff Schneider here, and today I'm going to show you a short chord progression with only 6 chords, but they pack a punch. I'm not only going to show you how to play this, but I'll also explain what's going on under the hood, so hopefully you can take that music theory knowledge and apply it to your own music. Here's how it goes. One more time. Okay, so what are the chords? First, we start with a C major 7. And we're in the key of C major, by the way, so keep that in mind. This is our 1 chord. That G on top is just part of the melody. But then we go to this E minor 7. Well, technically it's an E minor 11 with a flat 5. Sometimes I play this full version of the voicing, but other times I'll leave out that G in there. You can decide which you like better. But for now, I'm just gonna play a D major triad over this E, B flat, left hand action. And that gives me that E minor 11 with the flat 5. Then we're gonna go to this voicing, which is kind of similar. We have that major triad on top. In this case, it's an F major triad. And underneath we have another tritone, G, and C sharp. Now this chord is an A7 altered chord. I'm not playing the root down below, but that's okay. Here's what it does sound like with the A down there. Very cool chord. So let's review. We have the C major 7 going to the E minor 7 or E minor 11 with the flat 5, going up to A altered or A7 altered. And then that progression resolves to a D minor 11. Now that's a mini 2-5-1 right in there. E, A, and D, or E minor 11 flat 5, A7 altered, D minor 11. So within the key of C major, we can target these other chords and tonicize them, or essentially treat them like these temporary 1 chords. In this case, we're targeting the D minor, so we're treating it like a temporary 1 chord, and to get there, we're using this 2-5-1 progression. Now, it's a minor 2-5-1. After all, we're targeting a minor chord, D minor. And when you have a minor 2-5-1, that 2 chord is going to be half diminished. Remember, all of these chords are coming from borrowed scales. So if we're thinking in terms of D minor, since that's where we're going, you want to think about the D harmonic minor scale. That goes like this. And that scale has that B flat in it. So when we play a 2 chord based on the D harmonic minor scale, you get an E half diminished chord, or E minor 7 flat 5. Now, the chord scale charts up here are really helpful for figuring out what chords belong to what key. You can get these charts for free. I've linked them up in the description below. I have them in all the different major keys and minor keys for harmonic minor and melodic minor and natural minor. Really good resource to have, so highly recommend you check those out. But again, we have an E minor 11 with the flat 5. That's our 2 chord going to A7 altered. That's our 5 chord, and then D minor is our temporary 1 chord. I put that in those air quotes there because technically the 1 chord is C major. So you have to kind of oscillate back and forth, or maybe even I should say like forward and backwards between the temporary 1 and the global 1. Okay, so that's a whole bunch of music theory about how to get to the D minor, but we're not done yet. So let's just do a quick recap. Playing an E there, just part of the melody. And then we go to this chord, this F minor 13. Okay, now this chord is, you can call it the minor 4. Remember, we're in the key of C, so if you play 1, 2, 3, 4, you get to F. F is the 4th note in the C major scale. But typically in C major, the chord would be F major. Again, look at those chord scale charts. The 4 chord in C major is F major. But we're playing F minor. So where is that coming from? This is called a borrowed chord, sometimes referred to as modal mixture. And the chord we're borrowing, or rather I should say the scale that we are borrowing this chord from, is the parallel minor scale. So I'm throwing a lot at you right here. So let me slow it down. what is a parallel minor scale? Well, if we're in the key of C major, the parallel minor is C minor. It's basically the minor scale that starts on the same note. So C minor scale goes like this. And if you access the 4 chord in that context, again, look at the chart, we have F minor, all right? And again, we're dressing it up a little bit with some of these additional extensions. F minor 13, this voicing right here actually is a pretty cool voicing because we have these stacked fourths. Each interval there is a fourth. F to B flat is a fourth, B flat to E flat is a fourth, E flat to A flat is a fourth, and then the D on top, we've got that tritone there, so a little spice on the very top. But then it gets resolved within that melody. Here it is again in context. And then that resolves to essentially a 1 chord, but I'm making it a little fancy here by putting the 3rd in the bass, E is in the bass, and it's technically a C major 9 over E is what I would call that. One more time. If you want to learn more about the theory behind all of these chords and how to come up with your own chord progressions and really dig into advanced R&B and jazz harmony, make sure to check out my Jazz R&B Chord Accelerator. It's on sale right now for a few more days, and it includes all of my best material and courses for how to get this kind of a sound and hear and understand music on a deeper level so that when you go to play, you can get that sound that you know and love without having to just poke around and find the right notes. You'll actually know how to get it right away, and it makes playing so much more fun. So check out the Jazz R&B Chord Accelerator, on sale now for just a couple more days, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.